Good morning, everybody. I had an idea of something that I was working on, trying to see, like, what is it that we are doing wrong in our lives, and how can we actually improve it. So, one other thing I noticed is everybody's trying to do so much more, and I'm not necessarily talking about multitasking, but trying to do this, trying to do this, trying to do this, trying to do this, and at the end of the day, it looks like it. It doesn't look good. And it occurred to me, I refer to what Chazal tells us. Our sages told us, Tafasta merube, lo tafasta. In free translation will be you try to grab up everything, you end up with nothing. That's basically what it is. So how do we fix this? I mean, because the way we do things, it doesn't seem like we're able to achieve anything, and what people did, years ago with much less resources that we have, or accessibility to resources, they were able to achieve so much more. Is it because they were so great? I mean, I didn't realize that our brains shrunk to so much, but it's guess something in the wiring and the way we do things. And I think that if you try to understand, we're just still in the beginning of the year, will give us a good chance to maybe practice this. So next year will be better, or this year even will be better. What I'm talking about is do less, but do better. Take something. Now it doesn't make a difference if you, trying to carve wooden spoons as a new thing, or trying to play a flute, or trying to get a skill, or daf yomi, or whatever it is that you do. But try to pick up one thing and try to do it good. Not even to the level of an expert, but try to do it good. Let's say, for example, you said, I'm going to pick up a flute. I want to learn how to play a flute. Buy a flute. No, it's very easy. You put it in your backpack and you can take it basically anywhere you go, and you sit somewhere on the mountain, you play the flute, you play some music. It's an experience by itself. A guitar is like something big to schlep. You want to go on an airplane, to take a guitar, it will be a big thing, So let's put it this way. You're not going to be James Galloway. I don't know if you know, very, very famous Irish flute player. But it doesn't make a difference. You don't have to be James Galloway. To be for example, to be a musician on that caliber, you basically need to listen to music all day long, and you need to learn it. You're not going to pick up a flute, and after your year, you're going to play like James Galloway or Carlos Nakai, which is a Navajo flute player, very, very, good flute player. For that, you need to basically learn. You need to go to a conservatorium and learn and learn music theory and listen for hours and hours and hours of music. I mean, it's going to be all the time. We're not talking about this. I'm talking about playing well. I told you, I knew this guy who he was a doctorate in computer science and wasn't really happy with what he was doing. So he decided, he says, one of my dreams was to perform, to go on stage and perform. And he took a guitar, and I guess one of the reasons that he got a real PhD, not of those like male PhD that you get, pay us the money and I give you the thing. He learned how to play classical guitar. And he played it so well that he got a gig. He performed a few times, 2 or 5 times, no more than that. And he was happy with it. He said, that's it. I fulfilled the dream. But to a level that he could actually take a piece and play, on that level of a performer, classical tunes. Now, that has to do with a lot of things in your life as well. It has to do with the quality of your life. If you're going to adapt that concept and apply it to your life, that's going to probably change your life. What do I mean? Let's say, for example, you're married. You have a wife, and you want to Do something with your wife. So right away, so we're going to do something. We're going to go on a cruise. Argument's like we're going to go to a cruise. Let's forget about the Bahamas. We're going to go cruise to Alaska. It's a beautiful thing, you know. But do you really need it? Is it really how you're going to spend quality time with your wife? The answer is absolutely not. Or to that matter, going to Cancun. Is this quality time with your wife? Absolutely not. Because you're going to get caught up with so much of the production around it, you're not going to spend the quality time that needed to be with your wife. So what would be a quality time? A quality time, for example, with your wife will be, you know, it's a beautiful season outside now. It's the fall. The leaves are like stunning with the colors. It's unbelievable. It's falling down. It's very romantic. Go for a walk with your wife. And in that walk, go for a half an hour walk. In that half an hour, give her absolute attention. That's going to be more beneficial to your marriage life than going on a cruise or buying her a diamond ring. Do less, but do better. Let's say you have kids. So most people want to do something with the kids. They're going to take the kids to an amusement park. Why? Or to a zoo. Why? Because in a way, they want something else to take care of the kids. They want the kids to be occupied with something else. There's so much noise. But that's not quality time for your kids. Yes, your kid's going to grow up and says, yes, we went places with my parents, we went places with my dad, but I mean, we never really had like so much attention to it. You want to get attention to your kids, you want to give quality time to your kids, both for you and your kids, so the kid have something to actually, you know, rely on, to grow on when he grows up. Not a problem. Go buy your kids, your little midrash says, and for example, sit down with your kids and read them Parashat HaShavua. Now we're going to be Parashat Noach. Sit down with your kids and read them from the midrash, the Parashat Noach. Read it to them. How long would it take you to do it? So you won't do it in one time. Let's say you have a 4-year-old kid. You're not going to sit down and do it one time. Now read it over 2-3 days. And stop and say, okay, we're going to continue tomorrow. And then your kid will come and says, Daddy, can we continue? Can you continue with this? And they're looking forward for you, and you're looking forward for them, and you sit down and you read them a portion. And you give them a complete, undisturbed, dedicated attention for that span of time, and that's quality time. This is going to transform you. You try to do this, 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 and end up to be that you end up doing absolutely nothing, and you're good at absolutely nothing. I mean, there are guys, for crying out loud, that don't even know how to change a tire in a car. People don't know how to operate a drill. I mean, really? People don't know how to switch a electric socket. They don't know. Why is that? Because you're trying to grab so many things, you end up doing absolutely nothing. And I think overall, the quality of our lives and the quality of who we are as people is a result of this superficiality. We're very superficial, very on the surface, no depth in anything. And we don't want to be bothered. In a way, we develop some kind of a, call it, applied on ADHD. We can't concentrate on something, on anything. I've seen people that do it. They take a piece of wood, just a plain piece of wood, and they make this like jewelry from wood, just carving. They take a Dremel tool and they carve it. It's amazing. They make spoons. Do you know how to make a spoon from wood? Here we go. It's amazing. Take a Dremel tool, you work or you carve it, whichever way you want to do it, and try to make it better. It's good for you also to calm your level of anxiety down. One of the things that it does to you by concentrating and actually producing something in your hands is developing a certain level of serotonins and other kind of positive hormones in your head, the dopamines and the serotonins and all these things that we do, all kind of crazy things to get it. You don't need it. You just achieve something. You accomplish something. You are mindful in that moment when your arguments and carving your wooden spoon. You turn off the world. You are at that moment. It teaches you to concentrate and to enjoy and to produce something and actually be good at it. Now, it doesn't make a difference if you carve spoons and you make toy cars from 2x4s, or you work in your garden or anything like that. But regardless of what you do, and how do you, so you're gonna tell me, okay, but we need to do so many things, but it's in the Shulchan Aruch. What I'm telling you right now is in the Shulchan Aruch. Rabotai, Judaism is a way of life. It's much deeper than what you think it is. Judaism is not all about just, is this the amount? How much the amount? It's much more deeper. It's like, it's more vast. It's as vast as the universe. Regarding slichot, Maran HaShulchan Aruch said the following: Tov me'at im kavana me'arbe belo kavana. It's good, it's better, it's preferred to do a little bit of slichot with great intent than a lot of it with no intent. This is not just for slichot. This is for everything in your life. Just throw away everything. Throw away this sense to accomplish and to this, because at the end up you're accomplishing nothing. You try to do this and this and this and this, you're accomplishing absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. It's like going down the steps. How many people fall down when they go on the stairs, or fall up when they go on the stairs? More people fall down. Why? Because when you go up, you can only go that much. Most likely you go one at a time or two at a time. You can't go four at a time. But when you're trying to go down the stairs fast, you're actually going to stumble and fall. Take this into your heart. Take something. Change everything that you do. Put more quality and meaning in what you do. And before you know, you're going to accomplish so much more. Have a beautiful and accomplished day.